Hi, it's Gina at Tarot and Time here in Kent, Connecticut. I'm going to give you a tarot reading today entitled The Gift of You. So we're in the midst of the holiday season, and I know this can be kind of a stressful time in general, but we have some extra layers to that this holiday season. So if you had listened to Sheila Height's astrology report, this is kind of a little recap of that. If you haven't, I encourage you to follow us on Facebook. We share Sheila Height's, who's a master astrologer and tarot reader. We share her report every month with an overview of what to be aware of for the month as far as astrology goes. So if you follow us on Facebook to get that, or feel free to email us tarotintime@gmail.com. We can add you to our newsletter list if you prefer to get notified that way. So long story short, it's an intense time, but we have today Mars square Pluto, and that's going to affect us for until about the 28th of December. So Mars, the planet of action, how we get things done, very aggressive energy, get things done, is making a square aspect to the planet Pluto. Pluto is often referred to as the planet of transformation, or the charcoal briquette planet. So if we don't want to just destroy everything in our sight, we got to take those extra breaths before we speak, before we make decisions. And Mars is often referred to as a baby Pluto. So there's a lot of Pluto energy. So over the holiday season, just take the extra breath before you speak. Maybe take a walk outside, and you're probably even write the things that you want to say, but that doesn't make it the right time to say it. And so try to breathe, try to step away, and you'll save yourself a lot of hassle. Okay, so let's talk about the gift of you, what you bring to the table, what you need to be aware of, some things that you might easily overlook about yourself that are really your true gifts. So I have 3 piles here in front of me. The first pile, I'm using this aquamarine stones. And I was reading about aquamarine. It's considered the calming and soothing stone. And it's associated with safe travel, especially travel over water. So anybody who's doing some long distance travel, this would be a great stone for you for safety. The next stone I have is amethyst, and I had heard this before, but I knew that Greeks had made goblets out of it, that they would drink out of it. But that's because amethyst translates to not drunk, which is kind of neat. So definitely, not drunk would be a helpful thing for over the holiday season, so you can watch your words better. And then our third stone is lapis, blue lapis, and it's the stone of spiritual love, and it improves awareness. So awareness is always helpful. Okay, so pick your pile and I'll get started. Okay, pile number 1 for the aquamarine. Got a few different decks here, a little bit of oracle cards. We'll see what comes up. All right, we're starting off strong with the Empress, Major Arcana. So I love her. She's so grounded. She's usually always pictured as being pregnant. So she's pregnant with some new idea, giving birth to something new, something beautiful. She's associated with Venus, which rules love and beauty, art, jewelry, wallets, all those wonderful things. I love the goldenness of this. So it's almost as if her presence alone has an effect on people. So just standing tall, grounded in the fact that you being there adds such a beauty to things. It's such a good feeling. Now we've got this Knight of Swords here. He's all suited up. So there's a layer of protection, protecting your energy fields. This card actually just fell right out here. Vigor. So it's looking good, looking strong. He's got his finger pointed out, very precise. Let's see what else we have coming up here. We have the Seven of Swords. So there's the 2 swords that are staying behind, and she's moving on with 5 swords. This is a really pretty deck called the Tattoo Tarot. So 7 is associated with your spiritual path. She looks like she's on the road, and we had already talked about this aquamarine stone being for travel over water. And there's something that she's leaving behind. She's taking the 5 swords, 5 indicating change, the air element associated with the mind, with thinking, and she's leaving 2 behind, in almost like a relationship behind, or some thoughts about a relationship behind that she knows it's best not to get involved there. So, all right, let's keep going. We'll see. We'll kind of summarize it here. We've got a Knight of Pentacles. He's looking good. He's standing tall. He knows his value. We have the 7 of Cups, wearing these different masks. This is associated with Neptune, very cloudy. 7 being the spiritual path again, Cups being the water element. So it's like I'm getting like a lot of change of emotions, and you got to be really careful. We have to be really careful right now of watching our emotions change rapidly and watching others. And so we have the ability to switch the mask, put on the different mask, and take a more gentle approach to things instead of, look at the dragon, like looks like some kind of dragon creature down there at the bottom. You don't want to get into it with that creature. So pick the mood, pick how you want to look, how you're going to present yourself. Here's the 10 of Cups, often referred to as the happy family card. It's funny, they look like sailors to me, going back to that aquamarine and traveling over water. So definitely a bunch, I'm getting like the drunken sailors, like it's going to be a rowdy time. You're around a lot of people that probably have a lot of opinions and a lot of emotions. You're strong enough and you can look good through this time by being your presence can be calming to people. The Empress has a rooted, strong, beautiful presence. Just her showing up adds such life and character to an event. So keep staying grounded, staying rooted, staying out of things, leaving some things behind, some arguments behind, being careful for the change of mood. It can come on very quickly. And we can also change it very quickly. Here's the Emperor. He's associated with Aries, with Mars, which we just talked about. So he does not look like he wants to be messed with. He's in charge. And so he's got a skull in his hand and a bunch of fruit on the side of him. And yeah, I would not want to mess with him. So in a gentle way, making boundaries of we're not going to go there. Here's the 2 of Swords. Now we already kind of had an implication towards the 2 of Swords back here with this card when there was a 2 of Swords being left behind. Here the 2 of Swords again, taking that pause to really reflect on the big picture. A lot of water energy coming up here too. Ocean. Pausing. Look at it from a different point of view. The satisfaction of the argument in the moment, in the big picture, it's not going to work out too well. Now here is the gift. This is how I really see the gift that you're bringing to the table. The 6 of Cups. Look how lovely. The cups are full of roses. So just you showing up, just your presence of giving love and beauty, it brings so much joy. Here's the Strength card, Major Arcana, ruled by the Sun. And so she's protected. She's got this huge wolf next to her. There's definitely a level of protection, and just stay with the fun and the gentleness. Here's the Seven of Cups again. So back here, I always thought this looked like a mushroom, but that's the High Priestess being covered up. So you don't really want to hide your power, but you don't want your power to come off as like, here's my power, kind of Mars-like energy. There's a gentleness, there's options for the mood, and you have many choices that can work well. So strength doesn't have to be presented as war. It can be presented as softness with a level of boundary underneath that. Here's radiance. So I'm really just getting that, you know, all the warnings to be careful over the holidays, but also just the gift of you is really this beauty that you just naturally bring into the room. You naturally bring joy to people, and you radiate this joy. And so choose wisely, avoid the arguments, look at the big picture, protect yourself. And protecting yourself can look like, I use a lot of sage and I burn it around me to clear up any negative energy that I can clear out. Things like, and it almost like burning sage around you almost like forms this natural barrier where things can bounce off of you. And so just kind of envisioning the idea of things bouncing off. If there's issues that you have with some of the people around you, now's not the time to take them up. But that doesn't mean that you're not right. So later, there may be a time and a place to have that conversation. Right now, you're just going to bring beauty. I actually think that maybe bringing flowers to an event or to someone maybe that you have some friction with. You can choose. You're in charge of setting the mood, and you can do this. And yeah, and also I'm just getting like the feeling of like really staying hydrated. There's a lot of water energy going on here. Stay hydrated. Maybe put a little pinch of sea salt in your water, especially if you're drinking alcohol. That's really helpful to feel better and not lose all your minerals. So enjoy, and your gift, and I'm getting that your gift is not just now, your gift always is your presence. The wonderful choice of giving love and not feeling that you're weak by doing that, but that's your strength. Okay, so I'm gonna pull just one more out of this really fun oracle deck called the Everyday Witch. Let's see what we can top this with. Prosperity and abundance. Look at that. Did I just say something about bringing flowers? She can pick them right out of her garden. Have a glass of wine, relax, enjoy the beauty of it all. And that's really the gift you're bringing, is beauty. And I think it will be well appreciated. Okay, so that's it for pile number 1. Okay, pile number 2, we have amethyst. I love the idea of it being translating in Greek to not drunk. Great. Let's see what we have for pile number 2, the gift of you. Okay, 5 of spells. So this translates to 5 of wands, fire element. And so he's really directing the scene. There's some highs, there's some lows, and that's part of it. Let's see what we got here. And here's the keeper of spells. So more fire energy. Now he translates to the Knight of Wands, who's often referred to as the bad boy of the deck. I like him. He's passionate. He's fun. He wants to get out there and have a good time. Look at that swirl of energy, right? So there's some ups and downs up using this energy. Also remember that Mars is associated with the sign Aries. That's fiery, lots of fire. So using it properly, using it passionately, using it, creatively. And there's some ups and downs with that, and not letting it just burn out of control, and then you end up with the ashes like of Pluto. Here's the King of Pentacles. So lush, so full, grounded. He knows his value. He knows what he brings to the table. And I see him as bringing many gifts. Now here's the Nine of Wands. It's void of color here. There's a lot. So such a difference between here. So I'm seeing extremes, the highs and the lows. So just pay attention to when it's going there and you can pull it back. Six of Pentacles. Money being given. There's an exchange. That's going back to me saying that I see you bringing many gifts, actual gifts. Here's the Knight of Swords, all suited up. There's the Oracle tarot reading. Maybe the tarot reading's just what you needed right now. And it could be gifts too. You could give the gift of a tarot reading. That's kind of cool. Here's the Nine of Swords. So there's a Nine of Swords is typically referred to as like the nightmare card. I like this version of it because she's about had enough. She's taken control. A lot of those thoughts that are going on there, they're not ever going to happen. Most of them, they're worry. They're an energy leak. And so she's exhausted of it. And she's stretching. It's time to take control of the situation. Ancestry. Your family there around you. Got the Seven of Pentacles. It's got a lot of pentacles back there. I just keep seeing you bringing a lot of gifts, like literal gifts to your family. Here's Justice. So not over giving, because Justice card is associated with Venus, often with Libra, the sign Libra, and Libras tend to want everything to be good for other people, and then they forget to take care of themselves. So giving without over giving. Like even if you have all the money to give it, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're not overburdening yourself, because I'm seeing a lot of extremes, highs and lows. Here's a Ten of Pentacles. Cute little bunny family in their home. And the Page of Pentacles. So not giving all of you, right? Look at all the shearing going on. Not giving so much of you. Your family is your family. It's happy irregardless of how many gifts you bring to the table. What you're actually bringing is your passion, your creativity. People enjoy that about you. And yeah, sometimes extreme passion can come with highs and lows. You've got these scales going back and forth. Just making sure that you're not over giving, that you're not just thinking about everyone else, that you're really holding on to some of this energy for yourself. And yeah. See, I want to pull a few more cards here. I need a little more clarity for you. Got the Seven of Swords, Three of Wands. Choosing your thoughts wisely. Yeah, I think there's you've got a lot of worry going on, and the bigger picture needs to be looked at. The Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of satisfaction out of simplicity. It doesn't have to be the big production. In the long term, what you're bringing is love, and you're bringing passion, love, excitement, your stories about your life, the things you've done. But I see it that you need to keep it simple, and don't give all of you, so that even if you have the resources to give it, you don't want to give everything away so that you're emotionally left empty. You can see a lot of satisfaction coming through the simplicity. And yeah, and as far as like enjoy, I can see you enjoying some holiday cocktails, but keeping it simple, not to the overwhelming amount. Because that's when the extremes are going to come in, and it can get sloppy. And so you don't want it to get sloppy. Amethyst would be a good thing to keep in your pocket. Be really helpful. Or if you could wear some form of amethyst jewelry, that could be really helpful to you too. Your presence is what is wanted. You showing up, even if you can't show up in person this year, you showing up virtually, however you can connect with your family or the people that you love, taking into account your well-being in this. That is the part that you easily overlook. And show up and give them some of that passion that you have. Give them some of that creative energy. And that's really what's going to satisfy people around you. And yeah, you can have a great holiday from wherever you are. And yeah, get that amethyst. Okay. Pile number 3, the blue lapis. Improves awareness. Stone of spiritual love. All right, the gift of you. Pile number 3. Exploration. Look at this guy. I love this deck. This is Carrie Paris's relative tarot. And it was all of her fans sent in pictures of their actual ancestors, and she made a deck out of it. So this was actually somebody's relative. Now you got the Liar. This is the Devil card, and he's inviting you in. Now we are in, the Devil is associated with the Sun Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So the Devil has to do with work, hard work, overtime, long-term success, and it also rules anything below the belt. So all those things that aren't talked about, all those things that are pushed down, and there's this invitation to come and revisit what's going on, what we've kept quiet. Now we know that this isn't the time to start speaking up about all those things. But being aware and maybe just going in to your family situations and just kind of observing what's going on, and then later on having some conversations about it. But it's a good time to look and see. We're in Capricorn season right now, and Capricorns do not rush to do anything. So it would be and we're talking about the lapis with awareness. So have the awareness to kind of see what's going on. What's really going on under this big fuzzy suit there? Seeing the true situation. Here's the King of Pentacles. He's also associated with Capricorn, long-term success. Here's the Death card. Don't be scared. It's a great card. Looking ahead. This is ruled by Pluto. So this is what's active right now, this kind of energy. And so it's looking past what's happened. So really taking a look at what has happened and being ready to accept that transformation. With Pluto energy here, it gives us a chance to transform. We don't have to get into arguments over it. It's a time that we can really realize things, and we can take action to better ourselves. And there's better times coming. The worst times are behind you. Here's the Six of Pentacles, reminding us not to get too nitpicky. Here's the Five of Wands. It's the Honey Badger. He's an intense creature. Wouldn't want to mess with him. So there's some energy there that can be, you got to pause, take the breath, and have the attitude of, okay. I'm going to step aside for a few minutes. I'm going to go outside. Oh, it's beautiful out. Let's go take a quick walk. That kind of stuff. Because it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy to get into an argument. And you're going to be aware enough to see it coming. You're going to be aware enough to watch it and say, oh, this is what's really going on. But save it for later. Loyalty. Another good thing. Go pet the dog. Go pet the pets. Step away from your family a little bit. And be loyal to yourself, that you're not even going to let it go into a negative place. Be loyal to yourself and know that you're actually learning a lot through this period. Be very specific what you're looking for. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry, this is actually the Knight of Pentacles, pictured as a woman. Very out there, specifically choosing. So take that nitpicky energy and switch it over to being specific, choosing wisely, choosing beauty, choosing love. Here is the Ten of Pentacles. So much there, so much available. Again, it's related to Capricorn. Again, long-term success, well-being. It's the King of Wands, so he's always up for a good time. Here's the Ace of Wands, so something new coming in. Love how it shimmers. There's the Five of Cups. There's all the old junk. It's easy to get caught in that. And here's the Six of Wands. So moving past that. So, yeah. So there's too much opportunity here to get into an argument or get into that poor me stuff. You can choose specifically not to be that nitpicky, not to, you do not want to poke this honey badger. You don't want to go there. That honey badger, he's a wild animal. I mean, one of the wildest. And so there's an opportunity here to try something new, to come at it from a different angle, to find the humor in it almost. The King of Wands is like, he really looks like a funny guy to me. And he knows that this is temporary. He's going to be moving on. You're not going to be stuck in these feelings. We're not even going to be stuck with Mars square Pluto really that long. We have till about the 28th that we're going to feel the effect. And then that's going to pass. Our long-term success here is clearly shown. And so take this as a time to just kind of sit back, watch it happen, get comfortable, try to just get cozy in it, that you're just observing. And that your level of awareness is very high, that you're loyal enough to yourself that you're not going to make a choice that's going to just cause stupid repercussions. You've got this. Use this Pluto energy to transform your life, because that's the plus side of Pluto. It comes in and it changes things. We don't have any control really over it, except not to engage here. Know that there's great things on the horizon for you. You can work through a lot of these things. This old stuff can be worked through, and then you'll be lighter and moving forward. And I see really great things coming forward for you. Something new, something beautiful. Wands is related to the fire element. Passion, creativity, traveling. It's coming in right underneath the King of Wands. He's the king of travel. So think about the bigger picture. You also were topped with this exploration card. So I see you getting out there, moving. I see you literally getting out there in the future and doing more traveling. I also see you just moving forward from some of this old family stuff. Okay, so don't be afraid to look at it. Just hold off your reaction for a while. Maybe writing about it would be a good thing, and you can revisit it later. So choose joy. You bring to the table this willingness to look at yourself. You bring, it's almost like, it's kind of exciting energy. I feel like the exploration, the King of Wands, you bring this passionate energy to really it takes somebody really brave to look at their garbage, right? And to look at their patterns and look at their family's patterns. It takes a brave human. That's why most people don't do it. So you bring to the table this awareness, this ability to look, to have the control to hold off, to not get into the nitpicking, and to really bring the energy forward, a really healing energy. And you're doing it not just for yourself, but for your whole family line. So you've got this. It's going to be fun. Be aware. Take deep breaths. Get outside. And know that there's a lot of passionate, creative energy available for you. So start thinking ahead about that and not so stuck in the moment. Okay, I'm going to pull one more oracle card. Let's see what we get here. Rebirth and rejuvenation. That looks fabulous. And that's really what I'm saying. This is a time that you can just really move on, and there's so much joy available for you. And I mean, I guess I don't live near the ocean, so I feel like this is a card of travel, but it's definitely a joyful card. Okay, so thank you for joining us, and please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We tend to post more of the video, the astrology reports and all of that on Facebook, and then keep watching our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.